Oh. Oops. Ah, yes, there's a spot. Let's go.
Cool setup.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
I got a couple. Well, I have a.
Oh, I know. I absolutely love it here. So already getting people talking to me about the Dubs, which I always forget I'm wearing this jacket, and people talking to me about the van. Gotta love San Diego. Hey there. Plan was to have this nice little morning breakfast on the beach in San Diego, but it's freaking raining. I picked one of the 1 out of 10 days that it rains in San Diego, apparently. Whatever, I'm on the road again after my last video where I installed the sound deadening and the black stuff, the bed liner. Jesus. Still waking up here. Did a little spring break trip with my friends down here, and now I am stealth camping in my van in San Diego. Honestly, just kind of bumming around until I head back to the desert tomorrow to build the rest of this van out. It is coming down. All right, I'm gonna finish off my not so healthy little breakfast right here, and then what better way to start off the day than a little cold plunge in the San Diego Ocean. Oh, I don't wanna do it, I don't wanna do it. I'm already shivering. Okay, let's do it. That'll wake you up. All right, now that my morning torture is over, it's time to go find my friend and hit a little workout. The only thing about cold plunges is that whenever you're around someone who did a cold plunge, there's no way they're not gonna tell you they just did a cold plunge. It's a little pretentious. All right, there it is. Now we just gotta find the boy. You wanna be in the video?
Yo, what is happening?
You ready to work out?
Oh yeah.
I was telling people how much better I am than you because I did a cold plunge and you didn't.
Oh yeah, cold plunge. You know what? That actually raises cortisol levels.
whenever someone does a cold plunge, they always talk about it. Like you can't. No one does a cold plunge and then doesn't brag about it later.
No, that's fine. But we about to rip sauna too here. So
yeah, I'm getting the full treatment this morning.
Oh yeah.
All right, I gotta change. Go hard. Go hard. Sauna time. Good workout.
Woo! Killer
workout.
Baby.
All right, peace out. All right, now I gotta get some supplies for a special little meal later on. Little one-pan dish. Can I do a pound of the chicken thighs, please? Appreciate it. Have a good one. Ah, it's such a mess in here. I cannot wait to get the interior done on this thing so everything has a place and it's not just thrown over the floor. Oh, one more month and it should be done. We'll see though. Anyways, I got stuff for just like a simple one-pot meal that I've never made before. It's supposed to be just like a quick little trip to San Diego, so I have a pan and a burner. That's all I have. Like salt and pepper, I guess. So yeah, super simple little one-pot meal. Hopefully we can make it very delicious. We'll see. Either way, the ingredients for tonight's dinner are secured. Alrighty, let's get cooking. I currently have to leave the van running for a while to charge up my battery so I can charge all my camera equipment. Whenever this thing is fully built out, it will have solar, so whenever I'm not driving around like I haven't been lately in San Diego, it'll still charge up my batteries and I don't have to be driving in order to charge my batteries. So again, I cannot wait to have this thing fully built out and be on the road, because once I do that, it'll be like an actual small, tiny little apartment traveling with me and not me living out of a car or van scenario. Have I mentioned I don't really know what I'm cooking? I'm just throwing a bunch of stuff in the pan and hoping it works out. We'll see. My little dresser top right here will also be acting as my little kitchen area, I guess. Stove action going. Like I said, very unprepared for this. I think the cauliflower is probably gonna take the longest to cook, so I'm gonna throw this in first. Right? That's how you do it. This is gonna make such a mess. No! Now you're supposed to like load this up with olive oil and then put everything in, but again, I'm prepared. I don't have olive oil. So we're just gonna use some water. gonna add some curry powder to the water, I guess. Right. Cauliflower going in. Now I think I'm gonna prepare my chicken thighs next and season them up. A little bit of pepper, and I'm gonna throw some more curry powder on there for good measure. This is technically a curry dish, curry chicken, whatever the hell it's called. All right, now we're putting the chicken on. And the recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I have no problem with because I like my dishes garlicky. Do a little smash-a-roonski and into the dish. Cannot wait to have it sink in here. These little wipes are getting old. And finally we got our onion. This knife, this is the furthest thing from sharp. And if we check in on the dish, it is looking delicious. Give the chicken a good old flipperoonski. Ooh, that's looking good. All right, I'm gonna start feeding the onions in right there. Just get them cooking. Alrighty, that is looking delicious. There we are. All right, moment of truth. Got the cauliflower. And the chicken. That's delicious. We are cruising. This is awesome. I do realize it's kind of just one color, so I don't know how appetizing that looks, but I promise you're good. I don't know how much you guys can hear it, but the van is on right now. And if you watched the last episode of the van build, I installed sound deadening, and it is so much quieter in here, especially whenever I'm just letting the van run and I'm sitting back here. I can barely hear the motor. If I have anything else on, if I have the fan on or anything, I can't hear the motor at all. This is awesome. That sound deadening did so much for the noise levels within the van. Okay, after all, we are in San Diego, so I think it's time we head back to the beach before we find camp for the night. Not a bad way at all to end off the day. Woo, look at that. Love staying in San Diego. Unfortunately, I gotta leave tomorrow, but I'm enjoying it while I got it. Okay, so finding camp in a city like San Diego is usually not very easy. Cities, and especially cities with nice weather like San Diego, are very aware that people who are doing van life and that kind of deal like that kind of area. So they put in measures to stop it and stop people from overnight parking in parking lots and all that kind of deal. And then you always run the risk, if you do, then you might get the knock in the middle of the night, you might get woken up, and that's always annoying and kind of a pain. So I've come up with a strategy. Get this baby started. There we go. See, in normal neighborhoods like this, where there's a driveway and cars and a driveway and cars every couple of feet, camping on there is kind of suspicious and people usually catch on to you. But camping in a neighborhood is good because you can park overnight. You're allowed to park overnight in, you know, essentially every neighborhood. Of course you are, right? So I found, especially in these nicer cities, find the nicest neighborhood, and then you have these giant houses with these giant portions of street that have no driveway because the house goes along the entire street. And then you can park there and you're oftentimes away from a driveway, you're away from other parked cars on the street. And for the most part, it can be a pretty good place to stay, you know, for one night. If you start doing multiple nights, people are gonna notice, but just for one night, who knows, you could be visiting someone that lives there, or, you know, whatever it may be. So I start off by looking for the biggest houses on the map, which around this area, I already know exactly where that is. See, like over here, we have this big old house along the side, and their backyard goes over here, and all along right here, there is no driveway, no street parking, no anything. It becomes more true the bigger the neighborhood and the nicer the neighborhood you go into. The place actually has smaller houses and not as good of spots as I would usually go for, but not gonna lie, I have stayed in this neighborhood before and I know a spot that works really well, so I'm gonna go there. I did think it was funny though, at least in my experience, in kind of a stealth camping scenario where people don't really know that you're camping, usually the nicer neighborhoods are actually the spot you wanna be. Now, if you were in like an RV kind of scenario, obviously, probably wouldn't fly. All right, as you can see, we have a long stretch of road that nobody is on, and there's no driveway even close to. Cuddle on up in this corner over here. and call it a night. I got a big day of driving and chores tomorrow to get ready for the next video of building this thing out. So I'm gonna fold this thing into a bed for the last time. It'll probably be my own bed platform that I manufacture next, and go to sleep for the night. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Scary movie. Ooh.